Konnichiwa, Ken.
Konnichiwa. Hello.
How are you
How are
today?
you? Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine.
Uh, how is
How
the
are
weather?
you?
How is the
Weather is
weather?
just
Ken?
fine. It's comfortable. It's not hot. Yeah.
You
So it's
you are in the
sunny,
middle of
clear.
summer. You are in
hmm
the middle of summer, right?
Yes, but unusually cool actually these days. Also, even before the rainy season, it's not so rainy. So water shortage is about the issue now. I heard the news, radio news about
About what water shortage.
yeah, because the May the rain in May is extraordinarily low. I mean a few here. So but after this rainy season is gonna come, so probably yeah, it brings a lot of water actually. Too
You
much
know,
water
I,
sometimes.
I
Yeah.
will send you some rain because
How about in Brazil? Is it dry or?
and I mean, you need to be careful because my feet is always wet.
Ah, okay, it's humid.
My feet are wet all the time, so I try to,
Oh,
wearing like rain boots.
mhm.
Yeah, I have a rain.
Rainbow, you mean?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because right. I have one more reason. I'm in construction, so is everything wet everywhere all the time.
Okay, because a bit tropical climate there, probably. It's more south than here. I mean, south means cold in English. Sorry, more north. Yeah, upside down. Yes, that's right.
Okay, we
Yeah.
were studying kitchen vocabulary. Uh,
Okay.
uh, Let me describe my kitchen. Right. Right
Mhm.
now, okay, I didn't do the, I haven't done the dishes yet. So it's a little messy.
Mhm.
Right. I
Okay.
have a wardrobe or a cupboard. I
Mhm.
have a table,
Mhm.
three chairs. Supposed to be four, but I have only
Mhm.
three. I have a refrigerator. I am
Okay.
into electric machines. For example, I have a rice cooker. I have
Mhm.
a electrical pressure,
Mhm.
electrical cook pressure. Uh,
Mhm.
I have a blender. Let me
Mhm.
see, and some. I have a coffee maker too.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Mhm.
that's all right. My kitchen is like not very big. It's a small room. So, the furniture needs to be distributed really well. So I try to put it, the table in the middle, everything around, it,
Mhm.
like, any traditional kitchen
Mhm.
in this side of the planet. But tell me about your kitchen.
My home kitchen, electric device, right? You mean
You know,
electric device in the kitchen?
no, I just want to know. I mean,
Mhm.
describe your kitchen. Is it small or you?
Not so small, but I'm not sure the Brazilian scale. Brazil is much spacious than in Japan.
Right.
Yeah, in Japanese scale, not so small actually.
Okay.
And
Do
there
you
is a
use
table. Mhm.
do you use the kitchen a lot?
Ah, yes. Because I don't know why kitchen is relaxing. Also, especially in the afternoon, it kind of sunshine. I can enjoy sunshine in the kitchen as well. So I have a small computer and a kitchen table, and sometimes I after during a meeting or after a meeting, I remain in the kitchen to the internet to the surf the internet.
I know that it's traditional in Japan to not to use a chair. Is that true?
Right. It's true, but nowadays most of the people, households using table and chairs in the kitchen. Yes.
See,
I
I
think yes. Yeah. Because in the past, maybe kitchen is only for cooking. The small space only for cooking, not for eating. But nowadays, like dining kitchen is a common dining kitchen and eating there.
in
The
room
room for
together. Yeah,
cooking
that
and
makes sense. Americans will do that too, separate the
Mhm.
kitchen from the dining room. But
Right.
yeah, it depends, if you can afford to do that and you have a place that is
Mhm.
spacious, then okay. But if you don't, then,
But it's not like a American style dining room. It's not so spacious actually. In the Japanese scale, yeah,
well, it will be,
yeah, even in a small apartment, yeah, usually small dining kitchen is available.
I see, I see.
Mm.
Yeah, and some of them sometimes don't even have one, right?
Right.
Or every
So,
apartment
mhm,
has a kitchen, like,
yeah, maybe one LDK or two LDK, which means one LDK, one room, and D stand for dining room,
hmm.
and L or such things. So usually the compact style, you
Oh,
know,
I see.
that's
That's
about
a bad
uh,
idea to put the laundry in the kitchen. Many people do that. I opted,
mhm.
for putting my laundry in my bathroom. I think
Mhm.
it's less messy than in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, washing machine, yeah, laundry is yeah, some small apartment laundry is the same room of the bathroom. Yes, that's right.
Right. She's going to tell us once the name of this stuff, and then we're going to try to repeat. What do you think?
Okay.
The dining room.
Dining room,
Okay, so here we
The
go.
fork knife.
As
fork
a
and knives,
Fork.
fork,
fork,
Spoon.
spoon,
spoon,
Eating utensils. Cutlery.
eating utensil,
eating eating utensils, cutlery,
cutlery, cutlery.
cutlery,
Yeah,
Plate.
plate.
Bowl.
Hmm? What is that? Boat? What?
a bowl,
Bowl. Yeah, I got it.
bowl,
Napkin.
a napkin,
Napkin,
Napkin ring.
napkin ring,
napkin ring,
Place setting.
place setting.
place setting,
I think
Placemat.
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 We use placemat here. I like the idea
Place setting.
you can,
Mm-hmm.
setting, put this setting on the table, set the table. So
Mm-hmm.
place setting makes sense.
Pepper.
Okay.
Pepper shaker.
Pepper shaker.
Salt.
Salt,
Salt shaker.
salt shaker,
Mug.
mug,
There's two kind of mug. The one that you drink your coffee and
Mug.
the one you drink beer.
mug.
Is also
Uh-huh, okay.
mug. Right.
Straw.
Is straw.
Straw,
Glass.
Glass.
glass,
Saucer.
Saucer.
saucer,
I think this name is fun. Sometimes they call saucer something else. The flight
mhm.
says how they call uh, UFOs, the flying
Source,
saucers.
saucer. I would pronounce saucer.
Oh, look,
Chopsticks.
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 We use chopsticks here too. When I use Chinese or I like to eat sushi sometimes. Then I use
Mhm.
chopsticks.
Yeah, it needs it requires some practice actually to
Yeah,
handle it.
it
Yes.
does. It does require some practice.
Mhm.
cup,
Cup,
picture,
picture, picture,
A picture,
ladle, ladle,
ladle,
ladle,
tongs,
tongs.
tongs.
We don't. I mean, I don't have that in my kitchen. Tongs. You know, it's a spoon and a fork, put it together.
Yeah, I use spoon and fork for this. Yes,
What do you think we use this kind of utensil?
like serving salad or pasta or something.
Yeah,
Yes,
it would be very practical for salad.
right.
Okay,
wine glass,
wine glass,
Wine glass,
bottle,
mug,
mug,
cork, bottle cap, bottle cap,
bottle cap,
bottle opener,
bottle opener,
bottle opener,
cork,
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 corkscrew,
corkscrew.
corkscrew,
corkscrew,
The red one is the corkscrew.
corkscrew.
That's the cork, and that's
corkscrew,
Ah,
that you
corkscrew. Oh, yeah, I got it. Yes,
tablecloth,
table,
tablecloth.
table,
tablecloth,
We got it all.
table. Mhm.
place setting,
Right. Be
place
careful with,
setting, salt,
know,
salt shaker,
look,
place setting, napkin ring,
napkin ring is new for me.
Yeah, I don't know that. I've never
But,
seen that.
I mean, have you ever seen the little ring in the middle of
Mhm.
the napkin?
Mhm.
Usually in parties, they do that. They put a
Mhm.
ring and they put a napkin inside.
Mhm.
It's a napkin ring, you know. That's it.
place,
Nothing else.
place setting, placemat,
Okay, are we
place
ready?
setting,
Hope so. Speaking challenge. Yours.
Okay. Table.
table,
Okay. Fork.
fork,
Oh, okay. Uh, bottle opener.
That looks like a can opener.
Can opener. Okay.
spoon,
It's actually, you got it right. I got it wrong. What about now?
Salt shaker.
salt,
Salt. Okay. Not shaker. No, I forgot. Straw.
straw,
This is a salt shaker.
salt shaker,
Mug.
mug,
Napkin.
Yeah,
napkin,
napkin. Yay, we got Peter. Hello, Peter. Привет. We cannot hear you though.
By the way, Jamie went out for the clinic today, so
Oh,
Can
yeah,
you hear me?
we were talking before.
yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, nice.
Hello?
But it's
Hi,
very
Jamie.
low.
Hello. Oh, there is no Jamie. Magda.
Yes,
Hello.
he went out today,
Hello,
so
Ken.
No,
hello, Peter.
we are reviewing kitchen vocabulary. So,
Kitchen?
yeah. Uh, do you know the name of this object, Peter?
uh, this piece of fabric.
No, goes in the bottle, goes in the bottle, goes in the top of the bottle, on top of the bottle.
Bathroom. It's
No,
shower.
no, the bottle, a bottle of beer, for example. You
Battle. It's can. Can. It's tin can, I think.
not can. What's the name, Ken?
Oh, lid.
Bottle.
Sorry. Lid.
No, lead.
No?
No, it's not the word I'm looking for. What is the word, Ken?
I think bottle cap.
Bottle cap.
Cap? Okay.
Cap.
Probably.
In American English, we say cap.
Yeah, but can we say lid? Why not?
Lid for the beer? For a beer bottle? If you
Mm,
ask me for a
yeah.
lid, I'm gonna look for the I mean the cover for the pen. They all would call a lid, not for the bottle. I don't know. No, not for the bottle. Okay, look, lid. Okay, pen. And I'm not writing this right, am I? Let me see. How do you spell lead?
L-I-D.
Lead.
Uh-huh.
Voila. It's the lead. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Now, this lead. Let me see battle lead. But let me see. You got a point here. The English language never surprises me.
Mhm.
Here we go.
Cap.
It's lead too. Yeah, you can call it. You're right, Peter. Let's finish this. Okay.
Napkin ring.
Napkin ring. It's a ring that goes in the napkin. Right, what's coming next?
Placemat.
Yeah. Pepper.
Pepper. Shaker.
Pepper something.
Pepper shake. Right. So you got here in the review. Let's do that. Yesterday we started this vocabulary. How's your memory these days, Ken?
Ah, I forgot. Especially first one. I
Right.
know. I don't know. What is it?
I'm gonna sing first. Look,
It's up for the cheese, right? Yeah, cheese.
yeah,
Cheese something. Yeah.
cheese grater,
Yeah, that's right.
stew pot, saucepan,
Mhm.
fry pan or skillet, garlic press, spatula,
Mhm.
whisk.
Gotcha.
This is a action. It's the action of simmer the meat.
Mhm.
Dice, fray, roast, bake, cutting board, ladle. Okay, Ken, and you.
Mhm.
Number one,
Cheese glider.
great job. Number two,
Uh, pot.
number three,
Uh,
saucepan.
something. Saucepan. Oh, yeah.
Number four,
Frying pan.
number five.
Garlic press.
Yes. Number six,
Spatula.
number seven.
Uh, whip or I forgot the other word.
If,
Simmer.
if you think about a cat,
Cat.
something that a whisker, cats
Whisker. Yeah, right.
have
Whisker.
whiskers. So this is a whisk. Whisk.
Whisk. Okay, whisk.
Okay. That is the
Sim
actions. See,
simmer.
very good.
Dice. Tray. Roast. Bake. Cutting board. And what is this? I don't know. Forgot.
Okay. All right. That's okay. Ladle.
A ladle. Okay, ladle.
A ladle. That's for pour soup into your
Right.
plate. Okay. All right. Peter, are you ready?
Mm, I I'm
Number
home.
one.
Greater.
Number three.
Number 3. It's saucepan.
Number four.
Frying pan.
Number five.
Garlic press.
Number six.
6. It's what is this? I don't know. I don't know.
Spatula.
Spatula.
Spatula. We usually use for turn the food.
Okay, spatula.
Turn, turn sides. Like when you're frying an egg or pancakes, you need to turn the pancake round. So you can use a spatula. Number seven.
Whisk.
Yeah. Number eight. That's an action.
Uh, Stew.
No, this is actually, you see, we don't have a word for that in Portuguese. Simmer, simmer,
Uh,
simmer.
Simmer.
Let me see one thing.
Okay, I got it. Simmer.
Simmer on boiling. Hold
It's
on.
like method of preparing food,
Simmer
cooking.
boiling. Yeah, two ones. Yeah, you see, when you simmer, you will not, it's almost boiling, but you don't allow the food to boil.
It's
Because,
like slow boiling.
yes, it's slow down. Yeah, just simmering. Very good, Peter. Keep going.
Mhm. Chopping. Chop.
Chop onions.
Cutting board.
No, that's to serve the food.
Ah. How to say it?
Yes,
Food tray.
Hello.
food tray. You got it.
Uh-huh.
Number 11. Book, that book.
Oh,
11,
sorry.
11 roast. Yeah.
Yeah, next.
Next, bake. Cutting board and ladle.
Hey, great job. Hey, Red, got here just in time, reviewing.
Okay, sorry.
Go ahead, Red. Number one.
Greater.
Two.
Uh, can you help me? I forgot this one. This is a
How would you call?
pot for like
Pot. Great. Stew. Or,
stew pot.
stew pot. Ooh. A pot with a handle, man.
Bottle with a handle. Oh, yesterday we had that. Like, can you help me?
Maybe Ken can help you. Ken?
Okay, can help me out.
Okay. Saucepan.
Sauce,
Pan.
saucepan.
Saucepan. It's to cook sauce. Sauce. Pan.
Okay, yeah, okay. This is like frying pan or
Or
pancake pan or how did
we call that a skillet. If you want to call something else, that would be the word.
skillet? Okay,
But I'm
skillet. And this
sure
is
that two L's or one L in this word. Right.
Okay. And this one here is skillet.
And the kitchen.
Okay. Okay, I believe you.
I know, but here
And then we
the
have
schoolhouse. I need to check, the spell. Islet. Okay,
skillet.
sorry.
Okay, then we have garlic press or garlic press crusher. Then this is spatula. Then this is whisker.
No,
Uh,
it's for cats.
ah, uh,
Sorry, it's for cats. No,
but whipper, right? Whipper,
whipper or whisk.
whisk. Whipper or whisk.
And
And this one, uh, this one is help me.
okay, boiling, before boiling, I almost boiling something, but not boiling.
Okay, skimmer, right?
Simmer, simmer,
Simmer.
simmer. Very
And
good.
this one is 9. I forgot 9.
Right, using onions, and they are cut very small, so how can you call them? There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Cut. I forgot.
Okay, chopped
Ah,
onion or dice,
onion dice. Cut or
diced
onion.
onions, diced onions.
Okay, diced onions, and this is tray. Then we have roasted chicken. This is what is this?
The cake.
Cake, but we bake cake, right?
Yeah,
Then we have a cutting block, right?
yeah.
Then,
I
and
mean,
this is a ladle,
butcher block.
butcher block,
Board is the most usual name.
and the last one is the ladle, right?
Ladle. No ladle. Ladle.
Ladle.
It's
Okay,
a long A. Am I?
ladle.
No, right? Ladle. Okay. Now we're gonna go back to grammar. Are everybody ready for that? I think so, right? Determining the meaning of the word. Right, guys, I like that, this game. We do and then we repeat what was said.
Use the grammar to cope with info.
Look,
Okay, got it.
if you are smart, okay, you can, use your logic to analyze your reading a text. Now, grammar usually help you to, you understand the text much better. Now, tricks that we use to determine the meaning of the word would be the verb to be. The verb to be is descriptive. Reference.
Yeah.
Referents are pronouns, guys. These, who, reference. Adjective clauses. Oh, this one is not small. Adjective clause will englobe a relative clause in a positive, right? You already know that. Then the or is used for giving a synonym.
Yeah.
Exemplifiers, contrast words, and other words in the sentence. So there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different skills. Right?
Other
Take a picture. Take a picture real fast. Right. Okay. Let's try to come up with the 7 skills now. Let's see. Okay, give me one scale, Ken, to determine the word. One. We just
Become. Mhm.
look. Give me one of these scales, okay?
Okay. Do you know the?
Can I get, no, nothing to do with the text. We are trying to study a little bit. Sometimes
Okay.
we repeat the information to see if we will get the information. So here we go. To determine the meaning of the word, you can use the verb to be, you can use the reference, adjective clauses. The word or give you a synonym. Exemplifiers like such as, like,
For example,
for instance, contrast words like while, for instance, uh, another contrast word, instead of, and so on. Other words in the sentence. Sometimes another word in the sentence will give you the meaning of the word. That's pretty much like reference, but instead of giving you a reference, either they will give you a synonym or some words in contrast will give you an idea of the meaning of the word in question. That is what I mean when I say words in the sentence. This is what they meant to. They mean to. Right? So let's see. Now I'm gonna ask you again. Give me one way to find the meaning of the word in a sentence. Just one way.
who?
Right?
One word for describe this picture: spoon, knife, and fork. You mean?
No, no. We're talking about this right now. So what am I looking for example, how can I find the meaning of the word with grammar? So I'm gonna give you one, right?
Okay.
With
Mhm.
other words in the sentence. Sometimes give you the meaning of the word. It's one way, right? Another
Mhm.
way.
Yes. Okay. So on the other hand,
No, no. Other words. What else can I use, in grammar to find the word? For example,
uh,
the verb to be. Look, I give you two right now. The verb to
mhm.
be. What else is there that describes a word in the English language?
Adjective something, adjective, adverb.
You got
Okay,
adjective
got it.
clauses. Adjective clauses. This
Mhm.
one is a big one. This will englobe relative clauses, uh, positives, right? These
Mhm.
adjective clauses. Okay, great. All right. Now, Peter, give me another way to find a word, to find the meaning of the word.
Reference.
Referent. Hey, that's a great one. They use all the time. Better than you. Vet, are you there? Maybe not. Vet. Okay, he's not here. Back to you, Ken.
Okay. Oh, subject?
No, no.
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 Context?
Context, that's the first one. Other words in the sentence that mean
Uh,
context.
okay. Uh, verb, subject, object.
No,
No.
no. That's our
Relative clause.
adjective clause. This is a adjective clause. What about the letter, the word or? That will give you a synonym, all right?
Okay. Yeah, yes, that's right. Yes.
So something else. What else can give you the meaning of a word in a contest? What else?
In other words, it's uh, or
You know,
equal.
connectors are big ones,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
So,
connector. Okay.
all right, what kind of connectors are there?
I don't know, to connect the word, the equal to or something.
What about contrast? Contrast? Contrast?
Yeah, contrast.
Contrast is one good one. Okay, Peter, and you?
Mm. Then difference or contrast.
Very easy one right now.
I think we have everything. Example.
Exemplifiers.
Such as yes.
Then are you back?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, this is, if you doing what we call critical reading, that's one thing that you learn in critical reading, how to identify parts of the sentence that describe the meaning of the word. So here we go. Right. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, bad. Are you there?
Yeah.
Give me this 7, bad.
7. So we have like other words, verbs to be, reference, or exemplifiers, contrast, and I think relative or adjective clauses, right?
Adjective clauses. Great job. Peter, can you do that? Can you give me all 7?
7. A positive.
A passive is, no, adjective clause. I want the list that we just studied.
The whole list.
The whole list. You want me to do once? I give you once. Verb to be, reference. That you forgot reference. Verb to be, reference,
Okay.
adjective clauses, or exemplifier, contrast words, and other words in the sentence. I got all 7. Go for it, Peter.
So other words or um, exemplifier, adjective clauses, contrast,
Okay?
exemplifier.
Exemplifier already
Which else?
said. Contrast. What about reference?
Reference.
One more.
That's it.
Adjective clauses. Adjective clauses.
Adjective clauses.
Okay. Ken, are you playing?
Yeah. Other words, the verb to be, or adjective clause, contrast, exemplifier, reference.
Exemplifier, is that what was the last one? Reference.
Reference.
Oh, great job. Okay. I'm using all your techniques, guys. Right. Let's go around. Ben, you got the number 1. Read the
Okay.
text.
Reading and relating questions. Do you know how the custom of shifting utensil back and forth between hands during meals originated?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's a good one. Do you know how, Ben?
Yes, some. first they use knives, then they started to use spoons, then forks, and there is a difference between the United States and Europe. Actually, some if you learn to become a secret agent or something, then you have to distinguish between European and American style of eating, because Americans, European people have
So,
knife in the right hand and the fork in left, but Americans have fork in right hand, and they have to change right utensils, as far as I know, right? So then,
all right. I have a fun question. Which one came first? Uh, the spoon or the fork, Peter?
Hmm. To be honest, I don't know for sure. Probably spoon was first.
Yeah, you have a
It's
good
more
logic.
simple object.
Yeah, you have a good logic. Yeah, you know. Right. So let's start. So I'm gonna give the first one to Ken, so because he's quiet. Let's change. Go for it, Ken.
Okay. The fork, which did not become a standardized item in Europe until the 18th century, was almost unheard of in America. With the absence of forks, it can be assumed that colonists used a spoon instead. The knife was probably held in the right hand, generally the preferred hand for manipulating utensils. The word utensils is closest in meaning to gadgets, cutlery, hammers, weapons, be cutlery.
Yeah, I know you can get the word. Now you tell us how. Which scale did you use? You learned 7 scales.
Mm, I, I have already known the word utensils, so my knowledge.
No, you can't.
But I did that. Oh, what the word? Maybe or, probably or, utensil or cutlery.
Where do you see or here?
Ah, okay, in the sentence you mean. Got it.
Yeah, you need to.
Uh, okay, I see. I got it. It is the manipulate prefer hand for multiple. It can be assumed the columnist. What? I don't know.
Look, you know what utensils are, right?
Yes.
So, if you look for a synonym for utensils, you're going to find what? Knife and
Fork, spoon.
so dad is using another words in the sentence. You see, they are almost like a synonym for the word you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It's given you they are what you are talking about. Is I could say that is exemplifying, but it's not really exemplifying, telling you such as. No. But you see, they give you some utensils, and then they give you the group word that is utensils. Great job, Ken. Hi, Peter, and you.
Mhm. The spoon would have been held in the left hand with the concave part of the bowl facing downward. In this position, the diner would be more adept at securing a piece of meat against a plate while the cutting took place. Once the meat was cut, the downturned spoon would not have been suitable for picking up the morsel. Probably the diner would have put the knife down and shifted the spoon to the right hand. This action would bring the spoon into the correct position for scooping up the bit of food, the bite of food.
Okay, yeah, right. You correct yourself in this one. When we reading, we can give feedback to each other. Okay, guys, that would be a good idea. I have one for you.
Mhm.
Okay, let me see. Where's the word? I mean, guys, this is not diner. Dinner? No, diner. The diner. Am I wrong?
Diner, okay, but
Let me check
what is
on
the meaning
internet.
of
Peter,
Diner.
just to make sure, I'm gonna check in the internet because
Mhm.
pronunciation can be catch sometimes. Can be tricky.
Diner.
Yeah, I was right. It's a diner because dinner is chewings and means the action. Now dine is the person, diner is the person that is eating the dinner.
Who is eating dinner? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. Now let's go back to the exercise. Your word is adapt. You can make your choice first, or you
Mm.
can
It's
identify
like
first.
ag agreeable, I think.
Agreeable, agreeable. Right, and how did you get to this deduction? Which technique did you use? Did you use?
In this position, diner. Oh, attempt on. I think it's also we have other words for explanation.
A spoon have been held in the left hand with a concave part of the bowl facing downward. Yeah, right. So here we go. We have, can you visualize a spoon and, with the concave part facing downward? Remember that it's trying to hold the meat. In this position, the diner, the person that was eating, would be more adept at securing a piece of meat against a plate while the cutting took place. So adapt, and you choose agreeable. What is the this diner agreeing with exactly? Where is the agreement here? Why he's agreeing?
So here, like agreeable, it's like suitable. No.
Uh, was you saying suitable? Right, but that is not the meaning of the word. It's more suitable. Let me see if there would be. It make it better if he hold the spoon in this position. You know, it's but I could say the diner. It would be better for the diner to hold the spoon this position. So, which word do you choose? Because this one is wrong, Peter. Listen, if he choose another position for the spoon, they will not be as easy if as if he holds the spoon uh, with the concave part down of the bowl down. You understand?
Mhm.
So I mean, it's more like making better, than agreeing. So, which word would you choose other than agreeable?
Cumbersome.
Maybe you don't know the meaning of cumbersome. Cumbersome is clumsy, more is a negative word. No,
Mm. But
right.
I know proficient. Proficient is always not very suitable here.
Yeah, yeah, proficient. Proficient. That's the word you're looking for. Proficient. That's the correct word.
Yeah, but proficient is mostly like about some skills in profession.
No, if you're doing something better, so it means the way you're doing is more proficient than the other way. Because you're comparing in this case, I'm saying if you're doing something better, so it's more proficient, right? Maybe that could explain to you a little differently.
Proficient, adept.
Use the sentence, that is in the text.
Yeah, okay. So, for instance, the spoon would have been held in the left hand with the concave part of the bowl facing down. In this position, the dinner would be more adept at securing a piece of meat against the plate while the cutting took place. Proficient, uh, more adept, more proficient. You are more precise, let's say, right? Be more adept at securing, more proficient, more sophisticated, precise,
Yeah,
right?
but then the word suitable was not totally off. I like the word suitable. It's not a choice, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
think you are more precise, when you.
say that adept and more suitable for the task. Yeah, would mean that would have the same meaning. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
So, but not agreeable. Suitable and agreeable is not really
Not the same. No, definitely.
definitely
I
not.
mean, closest to the meaning is proficient, because if you are proficient in doing something, right, you are better. You are either better or equipped or better sophisticated, and these two terms also means better adapted, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It make easier. This is what it means. It make easier for him to secure the meat
Exactly.
under the spoon. If you hold any other way, it will be harder to hold the meat under the spoon. So that's the only way they can do that, right? So, Ken, I'm gonna give it to you. Number 3. That is helping me explaining. So, go ahead.
Okay, the spoon would have been held in the left hand with the concave part of the bowl facing downward. In this position, the diner would be more adept at securing a piece of meat against the plate while the cutting took place.
Keep going.
On the meat,
Keep going.
okay, on the meat was cut, the downturned spoon would not have been suitable for picking up the morsel. Probably the diner would have put the knife down and shifted the spoon to the right hand. This action would bring the spoon into the correct position for scooping up a bite of food. The word adept is closest meaning to.
Right, you got the answer for this one. So let me take
Mhm.
it the other way. Number 3.
Number 3, the word morsel is closest meaning to piece, meat, food. Spoon, picking up the morsel. I think piece,
Uh,
piece,
Ken, no more cell. More soul. More soul.
morsel,
Okay.
piece, morsel, piece,
Peace.
a
Okay. That you helping me explain. Tell him why it's not.
Morsel. So you say it's not, right?
No?
So the morsel, then if not piece, then it would be.
Oh. Sorry. Is the correct word. More would be the piece of the meat, not the
Yeah.
meat.
right.
Yeah. How do you know? Yeah.
Because nobody pick up a whole meat. So, you know. So I guess the piece.
Oh, the good one. And it was Scott. Very good. Sorry. Okay, Ved, do number 4, my friend.
Okay, the phrase scooping up is closest in meaning to packing up, hosting up, messing up, picking up. I think picking up. D.
Okay, how do you know?
Scoop up. You take something with your spoon, or you pick up something with your hand or with a fork. So basically, you take something, you pick it up. But if you eat a soup or a sauce, you can do it only with a scoop, right? But
Ved, use the text. But, give a chance to Peter. Peter, explaining why scooping up and picking up. Why is the right choice? And how do you know from the text?
Because we text is talking about bite of food and what we can do with this bite.
Right, guys, look, this is when you start to critical reading, everybody has to use their own logic. There is no wrong and right, and we can improve that. I will bring critical reading. This is part of critical reading. So the way I analyze this is because, the first action was cutting the meat, and then was, picking up the piece, right? Probably the diner, firstly, several actions was a one action after the next. Probably the diner would have put the knife down, put the spoon to the right hand, bring the spoon the correct position, fish cooking the bite. Yeah, because it's talking about change the knife, shift the knife from one hand to the other. And that is very common in my country. Is it common in everyone else's country?
no,
No, you don't do that in your country.
no.
Uh, what about you, Peter? I mean, when you eating the meat, how do you eat your meat? You cut with the left hand? Don't you change?
Mm,
Don't you change hands then to cut the meat?
no, we usually take a fork in left hand and knife in right hand and cutting
Yeah.
meat.
So we do have this tradition until today. Uh, you know, I know for a fact that we do. What about you, Ken? Do you guys shift hands when you use common utensils?
I think I use left hand for fork and right hand for knife.
Right. Okay. So you shift the hands too. Okay. Zed, are you here or you are?
Yeah.
Okay. So in your country, they don't.
But I'm
They,
not sure. Sorry,
they,
I'm not sure because I'm left-handed, so I'm, I'm always confused this kind of
Right.
thing.
Think
So
about
sometimes maybe it's up to the people. Hmm? Yeah.
when you eat.
Anyway, go ahead.
No.
uh,
Think about it when you eat meat.
Yeah, so left-hand people are always confused because sometimes we have to use both hands because, for example, I play guitar opposite position of Jimi Hendrix because I didn't have a
You
left-handed guitar, or
have
I
to.
didn't know the string change.
You are.
So I'm familiar with that. So it's parts, it's up to the, item actually.
Let me ask again. Are you left-handed?
Right.
Oh, so cool. Okay. Peter, are you left-handed too?
No, I am normal.
Right. So, okay, let's play the wicked.
I wanted to tell something interesting about this.
Go ahead, but sorry.
Okay, like in the past, it was very important for secret agents from the United States to practice eating like Europeans, because they could reveal themselves that they are not from
Uh,
Europe.
Because of habits.
Yeah, because of habits. They had special training for that. Maybe they have now also.
Yeah, it's hard actually, because my teacher forced me to write in right hand. Still, my handwriting is terrible. Nowadays a school or teacher has more knowledge about it, so they don't do that actually because it's bad for the brain development actually. So it
And
has a reason. Yeah, our brain nerve, you know. So it's a more heavy problem than somebody thinks actually.
but I do use my both hands to do everything.
Hmm.
I,
Yeah, sometimes it's useful. Yes, that's right. I can write
but
sometimes
I
picture. Yes.
I do
Hmm.
by free will, not somebody's telling me to do. So it's a little
Hmm.
different. Maybe because she forces you to do it, then that
Because
would
in my case, my American relative, the family, also the daughter left-handed, the parents didn't force her to use right hand. So my parents learned from that, so they don't force me to use, catch right hand things. So I use, except, teacher force, only the teacher force writing for my right hand. That's it. After, yeah, another thing I choose, I choose by my will actually.
okay. Okay, I see. But I mean, at least you know how to write. Look at the positive side of this, right? Now you can write
Okay.
comments. Very good. Now we're going to play the Wicked link. Okay? So we're going to do the exercise and I'm going to give the chance. Don't explain why you choose what you choose because it gives the chance to the other one to answer the question also. So, okay, who's doing the reading? Will you do the reading, please?
Okay. Okay, this practice of shifting utensils back and forth between hands continued when the fork made its way to America and replaced the spoon as the tool to secure the food being cut. The fork kept the food against the plate more adequately, and its curving lines served the same function as the bowl of the spoon. The custom of shifting the fork from the left hand to the right was no longer necessary, but people continued to use the style that they were used to. This American style of handling eating utensils persists to this day.
Okay. First question is yours.
So the word tines is closest to the meanings to handles, blades, prongs, bowls. I think prongs, right?
Ken,
What do you what's the correction?
the word times is close in meaning too.
Okay, let me check. The fork kept the food against the plate more accurately, and its carving tine served the same function as a bowl of spoon. Yeah, prongs. Seems like that. Yes.
Okay. Peter, the
Yeah,
same.
I think as well it's prongs.
Okay. Daddy, how do you know the answer?
Curving tine because um, basically the curving tines are prongs. Like the fork kept the food against the plate more adequately, and its curving tines serve the same function as the bowl of the spoon. Basically,
I
it,
agree. I think that is where the answer, lies. Exactly there. It's telling you the function as the bowl of the spoon. So
yeah,
the bowl of the spoon, the part that has the bowl of the spoon, and looks like, the part that have you know, the same part of the fork.
yeah.
So yeah, yeah, contextual. Okay, great job. Peter, you're doing number 6.
Mhm. So the custom of shifting the fork from the left hand to the right was no longer necessary, but people continued to use the style that they were used to. This American style of handling eating utensils persists to this day. It's continuous. A.
Ved?
Let's see. This American style persists to this day. The word is closest to meaning to continuous. Yeah.
Ken?
Okay, I think so. Continue. Yes.
Yeah, you know. How do you know, Ken?
American style handling eating utensils persists to this day. Persist means continuous or persistent or something like that.
This
So,
maybe existing too.
mhm.
You know.
Right.
Guys, okay. Now we have the big question. Do you know how the custom of shifting utensils back and forth between hands during meals originated? You know, by now you should know. Right. Okay. So, you know, is what the text is about. Here we go. So, it originated in Europe, it came much later to the United States, right? But because when, you know, it was traditional to shifting utensils during meal, you know, when they eat with a spoon, this tradition continues even when the fork was introduced. They still use, you know, they still shift the hands, okay? But it's coming from Europe, right? Right. So the same questions for everyone. Same question for everyone. Do you know how the custom shift utensils back and forth between hands during meals originated? Right. Make sure, okay? Ved.
Okay. In
Summarize
Europe.
the text, okay? Summarize the text. This one.
Okay. Whereas in Europe, people these eating utensils they were developed earlier than in the United States. In the United States, they continue to use eating utensils as they did in the past. So when they finally got familiar with the fork and with all these new eating utensils, they continued with their old style of eating, and that habit persists to this day,
Let's,
unlike Europe. That
okay. Right. Can you summarize the text?
Okay. And the fork between during. How can I say so? For, in the past, in Europe or America, fork was not used, and knife and spoons are used. And yes, and now I don't know because I'm not sure about that history. And then folk began to use both side of the world.
Okay. You see, it starts in Europe. They
Mhm.
they had, you know, they got to use the fork first, right?
Folk first, really.
Yeah, they did. You know, look, the fork, which did not become standardized in Europe until the 18th century.
Mhm.
And they did first, but, you know, I mean, it's still late. It was standardized only the 18th century.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, now they did get, you know, there first. They did get there first than the Americans. Americans got there a little bit later, you
Mhm.
know. But right, when because the Americans didn't have the fork, for a much longer time. So they were forced to use the spoon and to uh, improve, the way they eat. They they ate, right, to improve the way they ate. They used to shift hands, shift the spoon from the right to the left hand and the knife from the left to the right hand. Now, when the fork was introduced, they already had this habit to change shifting hands, and they kept until this day. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. It's your turn to summarize. Peter, are you there?
Yes.
It's your turn to summarize. Summarize the text.
Summarize.
Mhm.
Yeah, this tradition were originated before the fork wasn't known as utensil, and when Americans got fork as utensil, they continued to use the same habit of changing hands when they cut meat.
That was very simple to say. I like it. Ken, would you like to try again?
Can we unmute your mic?
Sorry. Yes, and so I couldn't understand whole sentence still. So anyway,
Okay. I am sending you the text so you can
okay.
try your own afterwards. Right. It's an interesting story, you know. But you got mostly, it originates in, yeah, got to Europe in the 18th century, but took a little longer to get to the United States. So, Americans use the spoon instead of forks.
I see.
So to eat the meat, they have to change hands, so they can cut the meat properly.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
it's anyway, it's more comfortable to hold a knife in right hand because sometimes knife is not so sharp and sometimes meat is not
yeah,
so tender and you should put some efforts to cut meat and it's better use the right hand when you do it.
all right, right. So I mean, this is
But
why
basically, we eat. I hold my knife in my right hand and a fork in left.
you do,
Yeah, and everyone here does that.
but then we get to ethics, like a history ethic. I think I mean, if you are working in a history and you are a waiter and you need to cut the meat. You can't cut with your left hand. You're gonna have to switch. It's like ethics.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
so
why?
socially, you showing that you are uh, educated.
But why can't you have a knife like in the right and a fork in the left, and you don't have to change it?
I think Peter just answered this question 5 seconds ago. Peter, so why can't you?
Like for me it's more comfortable to hold a knife in the right hand.
And because a knife is something sharp fed and you can cut
That's what
yourself
I'm saying.
with.
I'm saying the same.
You know, when you're cutting a meat, you just need to put the fork and hold the meat down. So, that is the difference. So people prefer to, make safety first. Understand? Safety first.
Okay.
Not anyone on the table. Yeah, right. So, okay. So that was it for today. I sent you the text, Ken.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I try to change a little bit. I make a lot of questions today. I will be back to the normal routine tomorrow. Right, so great job. You did it. Yay. So are we practicing tomorrow again?
Mhm.
Okay. So I see you guys tomorrow at the same time. Thank you very much for being here.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Sayonara and
Sayonara.
yeah, paka paka and bok bok.
Пока.
Ciao paka.
See you later. До завтра.
See you later, alligator. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
ciao.
Bye bye. Tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.